Up, people? We back again, man. We back again with another live, man. Talking about how you can get started wholesaling real estate, man. How I've gotten started wholesaling real estate. Um, and yeah, man, we back live again on a nightcap, man. On a nightcap, we live on a nightcap, man. Talking about wholesaling real estate, man. Who's up in here? Let me know when you come in, who you are, what you got going on, where you from, all the other good stuff, man. Um, what's going on with y'all on the late night, man? Who up late trying to figure out how to make that extra money, man? I know I used to be up late, man, trying to figure it out, dude. I'm trying to tell you, man. I used to be up late trying to figure it out, man. Trying to figure out how to level up. My guy Rich, say Rich up late trying to figure it out. You know how Rich do, man. Rich gonna get it in late on the weekends. We already know how he do it. But yeah, man, I used to be up late trying to figure it out, dude. Trying to figure out how to get my first deal. You know what I'm saying? I remember being up late, watching videos, all that stuff, trying to figure out how to get my first deal, man. And getting that first deal was tough. I mean, it took so long to figure out how to get my first deal. It's like, man, my goodness. Rich said, gotta get it. Yep, gotta get it, man. But, man, it took me so long to get my first deal. Man, it was crazy, man. Man, I don't know. I just kept going, kept trying. A bunch of failures, a bunch of deals that never happened, a bunch of contracts that fell out. 345 Kid, what's up, man? Bunch of contracts that fell out, man. A bunch of, mistakes, a bunch of stuff that I was doing that I probably shouldn't have never done. So it was crazy, man. Just trying to get that first deal. And even after I got my first deal, it was like, how do I do this again? You know what I'm saying? It's like, how do I make this happen again? It's like I got a check, big check in my hand. It's 30K check, but it's like, dude, how do I make this 30K happen again? You know what I'm saying? The fear of, you know, what if I don't end up doing anything with this money? You know what I'm saying? After you get your first deal, is that fear too, man. But I think getting to that first deal is big. And I think the key for most people is like at the beginning, you want to go a million miles an hour, but you got to understand you might go a million miles an hour and still not reach the destination. You know what I'm saying? You got to be willing to keep going, you know. That'd be the biggest thing, man. People struggle with keep going. They either lose the energy, they lose the time, or they lose the money. And that's the biggest thing, man. Money, time, and energy. If you're lacking in one, you got to pick up another one. If you don't have the money to be able to get the better leads, you got to have the time to get, you know, the time to get leads or the energy to go get them leads. That's the biggest thing, man, because I can buy a ton of PPL leads, but somebody else may have the time to go to their local probate court or the time to drive around and find empty houses. You know what I'm saying? Look the owners up, call them up. That's what I would do. Like if I was somebody trying to get started, I'm looking local. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who just gotta have it. I'm looking local. If I ain't got the money, if I got money, I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna go buy some paper leads. Try to see if I can get stuff to pop off that way. But I'm hitting local courthouse. I'm driving around trying to find empty houses, looking people up on county records, calling them up, searching them on Facebook, calling any phone number I can find for them, all that kind of stuff. How do you know when auctions are happening? Rich, I actually went to auction day. I don't know, you stalking me. Rich, you watching me? But no, man, I went to auction today, man. Rich got his people, watching me, keeping an eye on me. I don't know what's going on, man. But nah, I went to auction today, man. It usually happen on Tuesdays, first Tuesday of each month. And I actually found two buyers at the auction, man. I went and approached two people who are actually buying locally, and so I found some buyers. So now all I got to do is ride around, find properties, people that might be interested in selling in the area. I can get it over to those buyers. Boom, boom, boom. You got a deal cooking. You know what I'm saying? So, um, that's a great way to get started. Great way to find buyers is to go to these auctions and then just approach you. Let them know, hey, look, I'm a wholesaler. I find discounted properties. You know, or I look like you buying in the area. Would you be interested in property that I got? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. I mean, that's what I would do. That's the strategy that I know that works. Going to these auctions, finding buyers, and then just drive around, man. Drive around. A lot of people won't drive around. And if they drive around, they won't look up the owner. They look up the owner. They don't want to cold call them, and they're not willing to figure out that owner's problem. Solve their problem to where they can get the deal done. There was this deal driving around, spotted out this property, and the guy who owned the property was in real bad shape. And I think it's like niece had power of attorney over him, and he owed a lot on the property. Tried to sell it, they couldn't sell it. So I came in and I was like, "You owe too much. We can still figure out a way to sell it if you're willing to work with us." So we ended up being able to do a short sale, which short sale means they're gonna sell the property for less than what they owe. We had to go and apply to get the short sale done. We had to go through the short sale process. Different lenders have different ways you go through that short sale process. Well, we was able to get that property. We actually bought it for 35,000 and sold it for 145. You know what I'm saying? That's after I fixed this one up though. I could have just sold it straight out and probably ended up, maybe making the same thing, close to making the same thing. But I probably could have just sold it straight up like it was, at least for 60. You know what I'm saying? 65. Could have made quick 30 and been out of there. You know what I'm saying? Now I should have went ahead and listed that mug as is and tried to go ahead and just sell it. But I didn't do that. That was a smart thing to do that, but I didn't quite do that. But yeah, man, so like that's an easy way to get a deal, right? So I would advise people to go drive around, find these broke down houses, catch them before they get to the auction. You know what I'm saying? That way you can bring these people these deals before they even get to the auction. You go find the people at the auction who want to buy houses, and then you basically creating your own auction. It's like you create your own auction, but you gonna get broken off 30K, 20K, 10K, 50K. You know what I'm saying? You create your own auction. You just gotta go find the houses, deal with the people. You bring them to the people who want to buy property that's at the auction. Boom. Look at it. You done created your own local auction. Just like that, man. So, like, dude, that's easy. Like, you can make 100 grand easy that way, dude. Like, you want to make 100 grand, go do that. you know, you want to make 100 grand, go do that. You'll make your 100 grand. You know, now you want to go beyond that. Then you guys, I think you got to start doing some other stuff. But man, you could make 100 grand doing that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would say, man. Go make that 100 grand. So I think Rich. Oh, okay. But yeah, man, like that's what I would do, man. So if you up in here, you want to quit your job, you want to work from home, you want to do this and that. Start driving around sometimes. Drive around a little bit your neighborhood a little bit more. Drive around the area. Spin a block or two. You know what I'm saying? Spin a block or two. And see what these houses look like. You see grass overgrown. You see where's the trash can at. Trash hadn't been put out. Things started to look a little rusty. AC units in the window. AC units in the window, man. Stuff like that. You start looking at it, you're like, Something going on there. So, then you drive around at night, especially out in the country, man, out where Richie is, even in the suburbs, you drive around at night and you start noticing houses where ain't no lights on, not porch light. Most people in the country, they're gonna leave a little porch light on, stuff like that. No porch light, no room light, no night light, no like there's it look like, man, ain't they don't sound of life over there. No car, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hold on, man, ain't nothing over there, nothing. Oh no, we gotta figure out who been here. You know what I'm saying? So that be the big things that you could do, man. Drive around, spend a block or two, you know, find these people, man. That's what when I'm telling you, man. It came down to it when I really, 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 really need a deal, like really need a deal, like now. I'm spinning a block or two. You know what I'm saying? I'm driving around. I'm gonna find the empty house. I'm gonna get in contact with the owner, and I'm gonna figure out if we can make a deal. Can't make a deal, move to the next one. You know what I'm saying? Do the same thing with the next one, same thing with the next one, same thing with the next one. And don't just drive down the main roads, man. Go into the neighborhoods. Turn down that road you never turned down. You know what I'm saying? That's how you find deals. You go down the roads you never went down. Because other people ain't going down them roads either. You know what I'm saying? Only certain people are going down the road because they live back there. You go down that road, down, you got a leg up on other people. They're like, oh yeah, that house been empty, man. You know what I'm saying? But most people ain't saw it because they won't drive down there. Everybody driving by the main road. I hate when people they like, I saw this house, saw this house. Where's that? Right off the darn main road. Dude, everybody and their mama that saw this house. It's right off the main road, man. Dude, turn down some roads that people don't drive that you never been down. You know what I'm saying? See these houses, see what these people talking about, man. So that's what I would do. That's what I would say. If you can go do that, yes, sir. That'd be telling you, you'll be on your way, man. But shoot, man, I really come through, man, just to make sure I stay consistent, bringing y'all content, bringing y'all value. I think I just gave away $100,000 worth of game. You know what I'm saying? $100,000 worth of game, man. I'm like, man, shoot. You could make $100,000, man. You could make 100,000 like that, man. So go spend a block or two, man. I encourage y'all to go spend a block or two, man. Especially in those rural areas, man. Those rural areas, most people ain't spending no blocks. You know what I'm saying? You might be the only joker that's spending blocks wholesaling like that where you at. You know what I'm saying? So, man, don't be discouraged in rural areas, man. There's people that still buying in those areas. There's a lot of money to be made. I need it, all the gain we can get. I got plenty of time to drive around. Hey, dude, swerve in that corner, man. Hey, you might need to swerve in that corner. Might need to swerve on them, man. So I would, you know, write those addresses down. Just drive around, man. Drive around, um, and you'll be able to see, you know, lights on, lights not on, grass a little high, grass a little grown up with a trash, like I said, with a trash can at AC units in the window. We're gonna need to hit you up. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be on our list, cause you one bad day, sure, we might need to come. You might need to sell the house. You know what I'm saying? So window units, grass a little bit high. Any signs of distress. You know what I'm saying? Got junk kind of scattered around a little bit. Like, hold on, why they got the junk scattered around a little bit? Like I say, you drive around at nighttime, all the lights off, there's no signs of life. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hold on, man. It don't even seem like nobody even over here at all. You know what I'm saying? So that's the kind of stuff you gotta look for, man. You look for that kind of stuff, you in the game, man. You definitely in the game. If y'all got questions though, man, go ahead and ask y'all questions, man. I'm just sitting here. I'm gonna try to make it through 30 minutes, man. But I got my little boy over here. He chilling. What's up, man? You gonna come over? Okay. Yeah, I got my little boy over here, man. He ready to jump in. You know, he ready to jump in, man. Say hey, big man. Hold on. We need some shirts. I'm gonna go door knocking. Hey, door knocking is good, man. I remember when I was getting started, man, went door knocking with Justin Ship, man. Went door knocking, just went through whole neighborhood, just knocking doors, man. We was looking for the same kind of stuff. Whew. Just knocking people doors, man. I had just knocking people doors. But man, that driving around, especially, like I said, when you get started, you ain't got a lot of time, you can't get a lot of leads, and then going to the probate office. You know what I'm saying? What ways do you recommend trying to find owners other than skip trace? Dude, I do my own skip tracing. Go to the county website. So let's say if you're in Fulton County, Georgia property search. Google that, and then the websites and stuff gonna pop up. You click on the websites, put an address, whatever. Boom, you'll see the owner's name. Once you see that owner's name, I might put that owner's name straight into Google. Just see what pop up. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely putting it into Facebook because if they're in my area, I'm putting it in Facebook because I'm friends with other people in the area or whatever. Or if I know somebody, maybe an older person that's in the Facebook in the area, I'm like, hey, can you put this name into your Facebook, see what come up? You know what I'm saying? Boom. They're like, oh shoot, yeah, I see this person. They friends with, my cousin them. Hey, can you call your cousin, see if they know this person? You know what I'm saying? Boom. So Facebook, a lot of times is where I do a lot of skip tracing at. I Google people, try to find their phone. Sometimes you see phone numbers pop up. I also look up obituaries, trying to see, did this person pass away? Maybe they passed away. Let me look up their obituary, and stuff like that. So um, those are some ways I try to find people. Maybe through Facebook, social media. You can try Instagram, but mainly Facebook. And then after that, I start Googling people. You know what I'm saying? And seeing. Now I might hit true people search, fast people search, because a lot of times, man, true people search, fast people search, that's what these people be getting their phone numbers and stuff wrong. You know what I'm saying? You be going to pay for skip tracing, and they done got the phone numbers and stuff from true people search and fast people search. It's crazy, man. So yeah, dude, that's what I would recommend as far as getting skip tracing. So boy, but yeah, man, that's what I would recommend as far as skip tracing. But yep. Man, we closed the deal. Should have closed yesterday, but I think it may have closed today. But I know it'll officially close tomorrow. So close another deal. Um, got another deal to close next week. Go get grandma a tablet, man. Got another deal to close next week, so that's gonna be good. And then, man, just scraping, trying to trying to find more deals, man, because you know what's coming, dude. Winter is coming. It's like, dude, we like hunter and gatherers, man. It's like, we gotta hunt and then we gotta store up for the winter, man. The winter is coming, dude. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get cold outside. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be as much to eat up out there. Ain't gonna be that many people moving. You know what I'm saying? I need one to close. You gonna get it, man. You gonna get it. It's like sometimes you need one to close, man. You just gotta keep grinding, dude. You gotta keep grinding because it's not about just one closing. That's what people get messed up with. It's not about just one closing. It's the next closing, and the next closing, and the next closing. It's keeping it going. So you got to, like most people, it's like, man, I gotta get a deal right now. You got to stay in that mode. You know what I'm saying? You got to get a deal. Okay, you got one. You got to get another one. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got to stay in that I got to get mode. You know what I'm saying? The longer you stay in that I got to get a deal mode, you have a deal closing and a deal closing and a deal closing and a deal closing and a deal closing. Next thing you know, you might turn into a real, you might have yourself a real business going. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta stay in that I gotta get a deal mode. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta stay in that push, 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 push. You, you gotta stay in attack mode. You know what I'm saying? You ever seen what Russell Westbrook play basketball? Attack mode. This man running 1,000 miles an hour down the darn basketball court. He in straight attack mode all the time. So you gotta stay in attack mode when it comes to wholesaling, because when you let off the gas, you may have a deal closing. Let's say your deal closed in 2 weeks. You don't let off the gas and cruising into the deal close. Deal close. You know, okay, you ain't got nothing the next week. You ain't got nothing the week after that. You ain't got nothing the week after that. And it's like you looking around like, man, oh, I got to find another deal. Instead of, okay, we just closed this deal. That other deal already scheduled to close. You know what I'm saying? And now, I'm trying to get another one under contract before that one get ready to close. You know what I'm saying? So that'd be the big thing, man. You gotta be. Okay, there you go. Man, you gotta be. Sit down right here, man. Yep. Sit right there. Yep. There you go, man. Man, you gotta be out here hunting, dude. You gotta be out here hunting, cause shoot, you can't eat all one. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, you can't catch one fish. You gotta catch more than one. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, you can eat. You can get enough to eat this week. You gotta eat next week too. So, dude, you know what I'm saying? So just stay hungry, man. That's all I can say, man. You gotta stay hungry. You gotta stay after it. You gotta stay in must mode. You know what I'm saying? I must do this. Not, it'd be nice. I wish I could get that. No, I must. I must do this. Like, this has to happen. You know what I'm saying? When it becomes a must, it's completely different, man. When it becomes a must, it's completely different. You ain't done a deal mainly because it's not a must. Once it becomes a must, you figure it out. Once it becomes a must, you put in all the necessary work. You know what I'm saying? That's when you really, really go in, when it becomes a must. This must happen. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would say, man. You got to be willing to go out here and grind. It has to be a must. How was the market today? Bad. The market bad. Even though, like, we closing a deal right now, like 15K deal. I think we actually closed yesterday. And actually, I say bad, but look what we closed this month. I think we closed like a 15K deal. That's not that deal. We closed 15K deal toward the beginning of the month. 21K deal. I think it might have been 21K deal. 64K deal. Another 15K deal. And then we got another deal scheduled next week. So, I mean, 15, 30, 64, 94, 21. You know what I'm saying? We made over 100 grand in 1 month. You know what I'm saying? But the market is bad. I'm telling you, it's bad. Don't be fooled. Your months go up and down. So, like in May, I don't know what we made. We closed some deals, though. Forgot what we made in May. Probably made like 30, 40, something like that. That's not bad, bro. That's someone's salary. I'm just saying, though, man, it's up and down. The month before that, we made like 20, 30. You know what I'm saying? Sellers seem to be interacting like it's bad, too. They've been playing with me. Yeah, dude, it ain't good out here in these streets, man. Everybody's struggling. I'm telling you, man, everybody's struggling, man. These people out here hurting right now, dude. I'm telling you, it's not good. Like, I've seen good. This ain't it. You know what I'm saying? You think it's possible for someone to close? Hold on. Let me see your stuff. You think it's possible for someone to close all these deals by themselves with at least one VA? Well, Rich, you say it's bad for wholesaling. I actually think it's better for wholesaling than it is like if I was just trying to sell properties. it'd be bad if I'm just trying. I'm just a seller and just trying to sell, cause I ain't getting nothing out of it. I lost so much equity over the last few years. Sellers is bad. Buyers is bad. Interest rates are high. It's hard to buy, flip, and sell. Fix and flippers are losing money. I got a flipper right now. It's like I'm trying to get him to buy something. He's like, man, I still can't sell this last property. I got no offers on it. I'm like, dang. I walked away with 20 grand. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I done already walked away with 20 grand. I ain't spending no money. I walked away with 20 grand. He's in there holding the bag, can't sell it. You know what I'm saying? Man, the mess around lost money. So that's what I'm saying, man. You gotta be hold on, man, you gotta wait a minute. You gotta be, it's better for wholesaling. I can say that. It's better for wholesaling. Um Hold on, I'm trying to answer Jay's question. Think it's possible for someone to close all those deals by themselves with at least one VA? Yeah, I think it's possible. Shoot, you can do it. You know, you just gotta obviously put in the work. You know what I'm saying? The key is getting the leads. However, you gotta get them. You know what I'm saying? I buy leads. You know what I'm saying? But you can do the same stuff driving around, finding deals. You know what I'm saying? You could do the same thing, going to the courthouse, getting probate lists, going to the magistrate court and figuring out who's evicting people. You know what I'm saying? You go look at those evictions and hit up those landlords that's evicting people and be like, hey, you ever consider selling that property? Yeah, I consider selling that property. Go hit those people up that was at the auction that you talked to and say, hey, be like, hey, I got a property. You might, something you might be interested in. Shoot it over to them. Yeah, I might be interested in. When can I go see it? Set up and show them. Boom, boom, boom. You go show the property to the person. They say, hey, I can do this for 50. Go to the seller. Hey, we have to be at around 30 for this. Nah, I can't do 30. What can you do? I think the best I can do is probably 40. Boom, we got a deal going. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's how you get deals, man. That's how you get deals. You gotta be willing to. Hold on. Let me get you straightened out, let me. Boom. Hold on, son. Hold on, son. There you go. Sit. Sit down right there. That's how you get deals going, man. So you can definitely do it. It's bad for wholesale. Oh yeah, it is, but a lot easier with the team. Yeah, it's definitely not easier with the team. I was just about to ask um, if driving for dollars is still profitable. Yeah, driving for dollars is still good, man. Driving dollars is still good. Like I said, if you got time, like there's some people who have time, they could drive for dollars. Some people who ain't gonna have time, they got money. They need to spend the money to buy leads. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got time to be driving around. Like I tried driving for dollars. I was a teacher. I worked all during the day, and then you try and drive after you about to fall asleep over this mug, cause you. It's like, nah, dude, no driving for dollars. I need to figure out a way to buy leads. I got money, gotta buy leads. Or if I don't have money, I need to find a way to get money and buy leads. I ain't got time to be sitting there driving around. You know what I'm saying? So, um, you have to do what you gotta do and what you can do. And if you do that, do what you gotta do what you can do, whether it's driving for dollars. I would suggest driving for dollars. I would suggest niche lists, pre foreclosures, probates, divorce, tax delinquent, that kind of stuff. Whether you got to go to the courthouse to get those lists, or whether you can get them somewhere else, but somehow get those lists, call them, text them. You know what I'm saying? And then if you can't do any of those and you got money, PPL, go to property leads, motivated property leads mainly. And if you need the property leads, I'll send you a link. I'll send you a link. You can get $250 credit. So, boom, there you go. Uh, I was just about to ask, somebody else had a question. I heard buying leads isn't smart lately. I heard Zach Ginn saying that, but I don't know if it's true. We closing a lot. Rich said we close. Rich said we closing a lot of deals that are PPLEs. Man, people just say anything they want to say, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say and tell you that something just don't work, because there's people out here doing all kind of stuff. There's people cold calling, people texting, people doing mailers, people door knocking, people doing all kind of stuff. You gotta go a million miles an hour in one direction. It's more important that you decide than what you decide. You have to decide, right? There's like a few things, like there's, getting inbound leads is huge. If you can get inbound leads, it's huge. But if you can't, it's more important that you decide than what you decide. That means decide that you actually gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? You actually gonna go after it. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest thing. I think find what works for you and get good at it. That's a mouthful right there, bitch, man. You find what works for you and get good at it, man. But to get good at it, you gotta repeat, 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 repeat. You know what I'm saying? It's like the old school when they used to give you the sheets for multiplication tables. You gotta be sitting there doing all your multiplication tables. They get you to do it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. You get good at it. You know what I'm saying? You sit and play the video game. You play it all darn day. You get good at it. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with wholesaling. You sit there and you cold call all darn day. You get good at it. You sit there, you do your text platform, you do it all day. You get good at it. If you sit here and focus on exactly how to buy PPL leads, exactly how to work them, this, that, and the third, you get good at it. You know what I'm saying? So, that's the thing, man. You gotta, like I said, decide to do one thing, learn everything you can about it, focus, 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 and get good at it. You know what I'm saying? The one thing right now that'll put you above other jokers is listing your property on the MLS. That's one thing you can't replicate. Now, there's people out here who don't list no properties on the MLS, still crush it. That's because they found something that they could do and they get good at it. Some people's like, hey, you don't want to try this over here? You don't want to try that over there? No, I want to keep doing what I'm doing and get really good at it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know if I did it and I cashed a check. I did it again and I cashed a check. I did it again and I cashed a check. I did it again and I cashed a check. Okay, let me figure out how I can get these checks coming consistently and more frequently. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do. Bro, you're sharing your deal calculator. Can I email you for it? Just join the school, man. Just join the school. You get the deal calculator. You get my course. You get all kind of stuff, dude. I would say just join the school, man. Just join the school and you'll be good to go. I have a school. You can check the link in my IG to get into school, and you should be good. I think my laptop just died. But yeah, join the school, man, and you'll be good. How do you get a seller to agree going with you, listing the proper rather than a realtor? Dude, man, I gotta get my guy Rich in here to talk to y'all, man. Join the school, cause we talk about this in our school all the time. But I would say, man, you let them know there's no realtor fees. Realtor fees usually 6% of your purchase price. There's no realtor fees. We help you with the transaction be more flexible that caters to your needs. Whether you need, help moving your stuff out of the property, whether you need, let's say you need your AC fixed in order to close. We help you get your AC fixed and we close the property. You know what I'm saying? There's things that you might need fixed, things that you might need in order to close. We get that done for you and we don't charge you any fees, you know, and we create this flexible situation for you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we kind of break down to the sellers in that kind of way. We don't go, we're not going to ask you to fix up this, that, this, that, and the third. It's an as is deal. We can clean up your property. We can take care of the lawn if you need to. We can do a lot of different stuff to help maintain your property and make your property look its best, and get it listed and get it sold for you at a price that you're looking to get, and you ain't got to do nothing else. and we not gonna charge you the realtor fees. Boom. You know what I'm saying? People want as is, but they want a good price. So we give you the best of both worlds. As is, we're gonna take care of the rest, and you get this better price that we agree on. You know what I'm saying? And we base that based on our calculators. Like I said, you can get a calculator, go join the school for free. Get the calculator on Thursday, 2 days from now. We're gonna be doing our training where we jump on the call. You can ask any questions. We show you how to do this, that, and the third. We got people who doing these deals on the call. Rich, KT, Cass, Cordero, me. We here to tell you exactly how it's done, man. You know what I'm saying? Close on your timeline. Get it market ready, etc. Man, yeah, no doubt, man. So that's what we do. Um, but shoot, man, we've been on this thing 35 minutes, man. I'm finna jump off this thing, man. I'm gonna be back tomorrow. Hopefully, my setup is a little bit better, but I know y'all ain't here for my setup, man. You here for these. You here for what's gonna bring you that check, man. What's gonna bring you that freedom. You know what I'm saying? What's gonna get your family to the next level. And that's what I'm excited about, man. It's like, dude, me being able to go from where I was in the basement, working at Papa John's to get my family to the next level, to get time, freedom of time. Like, dude, I ain't been in my house, in a long time, because I'm able to just go, you know what I'm saying? I'm able to just do it, just go wherever I want to go. Like, I had somebody hit me up, that's like, hey, man, you okay? You know what I'm saying? It's like, where you been? It's like, dude, I get to go when I want to go, where I want to go, doing what I want to do. And I ain't got to worry about nothing else because I'm not tied to anything or anybody. Ain't nobody calling me saying, you got to be here, you got to be there, you got to do this, you got to do that. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? Nobody. Just saying, man. Just saying, man. Freedom, dude. There's real freedom out here, man. And to be able to help other people get there is huge. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I know what it did for me. I know what it did for my family. It's huge. Changed my whole life. So, man, I want y'all to be able to do the same, dude. So, but shoot, man, if you want more, go to the school, man. The link is in my IG. It's free to get in, man. Ain't even charge you nothing up front to change your whole darn life. Keep this video up, please. I can rewatch. Yeah, dude, I ain't charge you nothing to change your whole darn life. Just saying, man. It's like, dude, if you ain't willing to pay nothing to change your whole life, then just keep doing what you doing. You know what I'm saying? You need to stop watching this and just be happy with your little life. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyways, man, I appreciate y'all for checking in, man. Appreciate you, Jay, Rich, everybody else who came on, man. I appreciate every single one of y'all. I'll be back tomorrow with another live. So, man, until then, peace out. School helped me quit my job. Helped me quit my job too. Appreciate you, Rich, man.